to another jewelry making video brought to you by Keepsake Crafts. Today we're going to be making this cute pair of earrings using just a few beads and some chain, along with a little bit of wire wrapping. So to make these earrings, you can see I've already gone ahead and made one here. So the supplies right here, you'll need to double to make two. You'll need some 20 gauge wire, two 4-inch pieces, one for each earring. You'll also need some fine chain, and this is 3 inches, so you'll need two 3-inch pieces, two ear wires of course. And then for each of the earrings I have a 13mm large hole bead and two 6mm silver spacers. Of course you can use any beads that you like, but it's kind of fun to use these large hole beads in a different sort of way. For tools you will need round nose pliers, wire cutters, and a couple pairs of chain nose pliers. So when you're cutting this fine gauge wire, we really want to be sure that it has an odd number of links so that there's a center link that will go up here in the ear wire. However, usually I count the links, but this is kind of small. So what I recommend you do when you're cutting your wire is measure 1.5 inches, and I'm just going to guess 1.5 inches here since I've already cut my piece. Say this point is 1.5 inches. We put our pin in the link that's right at 1.5 inches, and then we carefully line up the rest of the links all the way down to this end link. And now you can see here will be our last link, so we'll cut this one that's right next to my thumbnail. So you can just hold that, and then you know which one to cut. And then you don't have to count the links, but you know that there's an odd number. And I've already done that with this one. The next thing to do is start our wire wrapping. And we're going to take a pair of chain nose pliers and just bend that wire about 1.5 inches. Give yourself plenty of room. 4 inches is plenty. So about 1.5 inches from one end, and make a 90-degree bend. Next, take your round nose pliers and put that in the bend, and then go ahead and wrap the wire around the pliers, reposition the pliers to finish wrapping that loop. So the loop should be above one wire, and the wire sticking out should be at a 90-degree angle to the other. Next, we're just going to open that wire a little bit and slide on one end link of our chain. Slide that right into the loop. Then close that loop and hold onto it with your chain nose pliers. And now use another pair of round nose pliers to wrap that wire around. Two nice neat wraps right here. And then use your wire cutters to trim that excess wire. And if you need to, kind of flatten out that end of your wire. Now you can slide on your beads, a spacer, your center bead, and a spacer. Grab your chain nose pliers again and make a bend. Leave about 1/8 inch from the end of the bead to the edge of your pliers, and make another 90-degree bend. And then we're going to wire wrap it the exact same way we just did, tucking in the round nose pliers. Now it's easy to forget here. We need to slide on the other end of our chain. So don't forget to do that. Now unfortunately doing this makes doing this last wrap a little awkward, but you can do it. You just have to, instead of doing a whole smooth motion, you have to do it in a couple steps just because that chain is sort of in the way. So we just hold that with the chain nose pliers. And because this is nice and long, I almost don't even need pliers. Now I want these beads to snug right into this large hole bead, so I'm going to make sure that my wraps go all the way up to the edge of that bead so that it holds it in place. There, just like that. And now you can trim off the excess. I did allow excess wire so that it would make it a little bit easier for you to do the wire wrapping. Trim your wire and tuck in the end. Now I thought it looked nice to have these loops just slightly curved. I thought it made the earrings look a little bit more graceful. And so you can just do that with your fingers. Just bend them up a little. I also grasped each of these loops with a pair of chain nose pliers and twisted them so they were both on the same plane. And then just bend it up at a little bit of a curve and try to make both earrings have the same curve. The final step is to open your ear wire loop. And this may take a little bit of trial and error to find the center link. You can tell just by looking. Oh, I think I got lucky there. Got it on the first try. Slip your ear wire loop through the center link of your chain. And depending on which way your ear wire loop is facing, you may have to twist it. I think this one is right. You may have to twist it so that your earring will face forward. And there you have it, a really cute pair of earrings. And you could see, you watched me do that in real time, and it didn't take very long at all. Here's another look at the earrings we made today. I hope you enjoyed this project and that you'll give it a try. If you like this video, please make sure you've subscribed to my YouTube channel so you'll see more like it. And also check out the other videos up on the screen. And go see my blog, keepsakecrafts.net, where I always have lots of creative endeavors happening. Happy creating. Bye-bye.